The countdown to federal crypto integration has officially begun. This is officially the last opportunity. The window is closing. This is the Quant Sage, and my thesis that the first and second quarters of 2026 would see calculated market manipulation to suppress Bitcoin prices is playing out with clinical precision. This shakeout is a masterclass in psychological warfare, driving prices down from previous highs to trigger retail panic, then layering in scary headlines to force sales at the absolute bottom. This is the final move to flush out weak hands before game-changing legislation cements digital assets as a permanent pillar of the United States financial system. We are witnessing the final days of sub-100K Bitcoin. Soon, it will be a missed opportunity that most will spend a lifetime regretting. This is the absolute bottom. The Trump family is securing the foundation of their digital dynasty. Just days before the January 2025 inauguration, a massive deal was finalized behind closed doors, positioning sovereign wealth to buy the dip that retail would then later be told to fear. The family secretly sold a 49% stake in World Liberty Financial to Ariam Investment, a firm backed by Sheikh Tahnoon bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the UAE National Security Advisor. The UAE paid $500 million for a seat at the table of the future U.S. financial system. This deal immediately sent $187 million in realized proceeds directly to Trump family entities before he even took the oath of office. Shortly after, UAE-linked entities moved $2 billion into Binance using the Trump-owned stablecoin USD1. This move turned a family startup into a global liquidity powerhouse overnight. Today, the family continues to take a 75% cut of all net proceeds from token sales and stablecoin profits, a structure that has already generated over $1 billion in profit by the start of 2026. This isn't just a cabinet. It is a room of hand-picked crypto natives who are executing a pre-planned blueprint to merge the US dollar with the blockchain. These appointees are deep in the game, holding massive personal stakes, and are actively drafting the legislation that makes their own portfolios and the Trump family's assets the new financial law of the land. Howard Lutnick, as the head of commerce, remains the primary custodian for Tether's billions through Cantor Fitzgerald. He is the bridge between the old world and the new, ensuring the family's stablecoin empire is federally protected. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, is the lead architect in using stablecoins to maintain USD dominance, effectively turning the Trump family's USD1 into a state-sanctioned tool for global trade. Kevin Warsh, the Fed chair nominee, is a crypto native tasked with opening the Fed's liquidity gates to the blockchain. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a core ideological pillar of the inner circle, has most of his wealth in Bitcoin. He is publicly committed to the currency of freedom, ensuring the administration's policy remains anchored in sovereign-grade asset accumulation. This group is fast-tracking the Genius Act and the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. They aren't just passing laws, they are building a legal fortress around the asset class they already own. Just last year, the signing of the Genius Act created the regulatory moat needed for banks to issue stablecoins, a move that directly benefits the family's control over digital liquidity. This term is not about politics. It is a calculated pivot to build a generational financial empire. Donald Trump was the only president in recent history to see his net worth decrease during his first term. Now his focus has shifted entirely to generating wealth to his children, his grandchildren, and the legacy of the Trump family name. At his age, he has nothing else to work for but family and his legacy. He is architecting the vehicle that will make the Trumps one of the wealthiest families in human history. The master plan centers on scaling World Liberty Financial to become the golden standard of the new American crypto era. By applying for a national trust bank charter, World Liberty is moving beyond decentralized finance to become a federally licensed entity. With the launch of a privileged tier for $5 million token holders, the venture is pivoting from a retail app to a high-net-worth liquidity hub for the world's elite. Furthermore, the family's involvement in American Bitcoin Corp, trading on the Nasdaq under the ticker ABTC, is designed to dominate the national reserves. As of April 2026, ABTC is aggressively expanding its mining capacity, anticipating a 12% surge in hash rate with the addition of over 11,000 new mining rigs. As the United States formally recognizes Bitcoin as a reserve asset, American Bitcoin Corp is positioned as the premier platform for the management of the nation's new gold. When you combine the dominance of American Bitcoin Corp in the mining sector with the massive profit shares from World Liberty Financial, The path to a $100 billion net worth is no longer a theory. It is a mathematical certainty. By the end of this term, the Trump family will not just be political figures. They will be the owners of the infrastructure that runs the global financial system. With Barron Trump positioned as the DeFi visionary and his sons serving as Web3 ambassadors, the president is handing off a turnkey digital kingdom. This presidency is the launching point for a family empire that will likely rival the historical wealth of the Rockefellers or Rothschilds, built on the back of the very assets he is currently codifying into law. The era of Trump as a real estate mogul is dead. We have entered the era of Trump as the global crypto architect, and the board is being set for the final checkmate. This is the absolute last opportunity to position yourself before the entire crypto game changes forever in Trump's favor. Once the market structure laws are finalized by the August recess, the existential risk will be erased by federal decree, and sub-100K Bitcoin will vanish from history. The exit gates for retail are being closed, while the entry gates for the Trump dynasty are being locked into law. This has been the Quant Sage. You are witnessing the birth of a financial empire. Position now, or be left behind forever.